Alright, we are back with Age of False Advertising, and this here is a big example of that. The cover shows Wolfman fighting Hulk. This is the selling point that they have put on the front. It happens in the background of 2 pages. Looking at this series again has started to vex me because the good things about it are undercut by all the lies and marketing going on with the entire series. And it didn't even work because the book died after a year. I like the new characters, Revood and the Outlaws, but I think I am one of the few who can say that this book sold awfully. But Hulk, he is in it. That is something that isn't a lie. One of the new characters, Good Tights, he has tracked down David Banner. And the other thing is this series goes out of its way to ignore anything from the original story that this is boasting the name of. In Age of Armageddon, Hulk, he had a backstory and stuff in that, and this is none of it. I think he also died saving people from a nuclear bomb. But this really does just ignore everything. Even Good Tights, he was a character in the original. He was nothing like this. He was an evil cyborg like his mainstream counterpart. And this series never once acknowledges that. Elsewhere, we have our bad guys, the mad scientists of Age of Armageddon, Dark Smurf and Sugar Daddy. They are resurrecting a bunch of dead muties to be soldier boys for the big bad, who, despite the title, is not Armageddon, but instead Wolfman. Our heroes are slowly infiltrating and attacking this lab. And one of them, Huntress, she was already inside. And she attacks to stop them from reviving anyone else. But she is overpowered. And also Revood and Bane, they got defeated off panel. Presumably by dead pills, as we saw teased at the end of last issue, and who doesn't appear again. Good Tights, he slaps David Banner around and lies to him to try and get him to attack Wolfman as Hulk. It's hard to care about this subplot. There is Hulk. We have had 5 pages in this issue of just setting up Hulk as part of the plot, and the payoff is not worth it. And it's not the continuity problems that bother me the most here. It's how this big fight they promise and set up, it is like a quick aside. But here we actually have my favourite bit of the series. Revood and most of his team, they have been caught, and Dark Smurf starts taunting them and threatening them and talking about torturing them. And Revood just says that there'll be no time for all that stuff because we are on my schedule here. And then Revood, he gets loose, and I think it is just badass as much as I hate saying that word. It is like Luke Skypanther's bit in Revenge of the Jedi. The bit where he is like, free us or die, you fat piece of shit. I am paraphrasing there, but the bit in Star Trek that is like that. Then they learn Hulk is heading their way, and all sorts of chaotic action breaks out between the heroes and the baddies. Bane, he shoots Sugar Daddy in the head. We get little bits with Deadshot. She was hiding in the vents, waiting for a moment to strike. And Dark Smurf, he runs away. Now it is time for our big fight that the cover promised us. Wolfman, he pops his claws out, and we cut away to Revod. With the enemies occupied in battle, Revod uses their resurrection chamber thing. And in one of the other videos, someone asked if there was any hot ladies in this book. And the answer is eventually. Emma Frosty's, she is in it for 2 issues. They ignore her Age of Armageddon continuity as well. But the first hot lady we get is Mur. They ignore her Age of Armageddon continuity as well. Revod, he resurrects her, and we'll see more of this in issue 6, as well as Mur wearing a tight red corset. Here is our Hulk fight. It lasts 2 panels. This one here, they are fighting, and then Wolfman shoots him with his cannon hand, and it is over. Hulk dies. Our heroes escape with Sugar Daddy as their prisoner, as Mur wakes up. And if you're curious about my opinion on the next issue in advance, here is the cover featuring the O trying to be Rambo. As always, I didn't recommend this comic. I enjoyed parts of it. I like the new characters, but there's not enough in there that I think translates to other people enjoying it. This one in particular is so emblematic of everything I think negatively about this series. There was a good book in there. I managed to find that good book, but I think nearly everyone else would give up on it and be annoyed at how it uses the Age of Armageddon name and recognisable characters like Wolfman or Cyclist or even Hulkia to try and trick you into thinking it's something else. Fuck it, 7 thumbs up.